Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and today we are looking at some brand new headphones from the company Padmate. Now, I've done some videos on their headphones before in regards to some truly wireless earbuds, and they've been pretty good, so today we're looking at their brand new pair, the Pamu Z1. Now, these feature active noise cancellation, and they've got a ton of new features, and they're going live on their website today. I've had them for around 2 weeks or so I can give you guys my full thoughts and opinions. Let's take a look. So starting off with the unboxing, and it's pretty similar to most wireless earbuds. You're going to get a USB-C to Type A cable for charging, although it does also feature wireless charging, but we'll get onto the battery life a little bit later on in the video. You are also going to have a kind of drawstring little leather bag here to carry the headphones around with. Not sure how helpful that's going to be. Most people just throw them in a bag or in their pocket, but it's good to see. And then you've got some additional ear tips and also a little bit of paperwork and warranty information. You've also got some really nice colour options to choose from, which I'll put up on screen now. You've got a nice teal and white, black and yellow, white on white, and also the white on grey, which is the pair that I have here. However, the case itself can be customized. So for me, I've got this grey section just on the front here. You can actually just take that off and then switch it out with a different color. So you've got a little bit of customized options with the actual case itself, which again is quite nice to see. All the cases have a nice matte finish to them. Again, you've got that two-tone design. The one that I've got sort of has a pearlescent white finish to it. Again, if you catch it in the right light, you do have a little bit of color that comes through, kind of like a bit of a spectrum, which looks pretty good. And then on the inside, you do have a nice matte grey finish along with the actual earbuds themselves. Overall, the case itself is pretty sturdy feeling to my eye now. Don't get me wrong, the actual hinge itself could maybe be a little bit better. I've noticed that if you open the actual case and then place it down on a surface, it's just going to slam shut. I'm not a massive fan of that, to be perfectly honest, but the case itself seems sturdy. You've got a USB-C on the bottom. You've also got wireless charging built in as well, so if you do want to place it down on a Qi wireless charging pad, then you're going to be able to get a little bit of juice. Yes, it will be a bit slower, but again, you've got the option there if you don't want to have to plug it in. For me, I've got a wireless charger right next to my iMac on my desk, so for me to just put these headphones right down along with my phone, for example, is actually a really convenient thing to use. Now onto the actual design of the actual earbud itself, and it's a little bit different to what you may be used to. Now you've got something like the AirPods Pros or even like the Galaxy Buds, which have either a stem or they're just an earbud itself. This has kind of like a, I'm not really sure how to describe it, I'm just going to call it the surfboard design. We've got a slightly larger oblong shape on the side of the earbud here, which houses all of the internals of the actual headphones themselves, along with all the microphones and all the technology on board for some of the features which we'll talk about in a moment. Now the actual earbuds themselves do have a nice look and feel to them overall, and they do fit pretty well in the ear as well. However, you do have a kind of glossy plastic finish on the actual part that goes closest to your ear. Now I know that for some people that doesn't necessarily work out too well because it just slips out and falls out. However, for me, the actual fit of the earbuds are actually pretty good. Now you've got multiple different ear tip sizes as well to get that fit and finish that you need. For me, I've gone with the medium ones that were already pre-installed and they feel pretty good to me. Again, I don't really do too much running or kind of intensive exercise or anything. However, wearing them around the house, for example, or even going for a walk and things like that, again, I didn't have any issues with them falling out or kind of moving or anything like that, which can obviously affect the sound quality, the isolation, and just in general the overall fit in the ear. So again, you've got some different options to get the fit that you need. With regards to the battery life of the earbuds, you're going to be getting around 6.5 hours just on the earbuds themselves, but you're also going to be getting an additional 24 hours with the battery case. So again, these are all-day earbuds or even a week of use if you're using them for the odd commute here and there, for example. So again, battery life is up there with some of the best. You don't really have to worry too much about charging them. Now, like I mentioned, you do also have the Qi wireless charging or the wired option as well. So if you are running low on juice, you've got multiple ways to charge them, either very quickly or over time, maybe overnight, for example. Now, as with most truly wireless earbuds these days, these also come with active noise cancellation and also transparency mode, or you can turn all of that off. And the actual isolation of the earbud is still pretty good. That does block out some of those background noises. Now, for me, the actual noise cancellation is pretty good, not necessarily as good as what you may find on the AirPods Pros or some LG wireless earbuds that I've mentioned recently, but overall it does a pretty good job at kind of getting rid of some of that background noise. Now for me though, it didn't get rid of that sort of lower rumble sound, so if you've got something like an air conditioning unit or you're going to be on a train for a long period of time, they may not be the best solution for that. However, if you're just in general sort of out and about walking around, they do a pretty good job of kind of getting rid of that background noise. The transparency mode, however, is actually some of the best I've found on any wireless earbuds. The delay that you get from actually hearing the outside world or just talking, for example, is pretty much 1-to-1. Obviously there is a slight delay because it has to pick up on the microphone and then pass it back through to the earbud, but for me I didn't really notice much of a delay. So for these ones, if you're going into a shop for example, or you need to cross a busy road and you do need to hear some of that outside sound, these do a really great job at that, and it also kind of feels really natural. Now you do also have access to the Pamu application as well. Now this allows you to do things like change the EQ settings, the noise cancellation, transparency mode, and also customize what you can do with the actual touchpad of the earbuds in regards to a single, double, triple, or long press. So again, you do have some customization options there as well. The application itself isn't necessarily the best one out there. Some of the UI elements don't necessarily look right on my Pixel 5. I'm not sure if that's specific to my device, but the app could do with a little bit of a cleanup, but it gets the job done. And if you do need to access some of the features, it's actually a really convenient way to do so. But how do they actually sound? Well, each earbud has a 10mm driver built on board, so the sound itself is actually pretty good. They're tuned really well. Obviously you get those really nice highs and mids. The bass could be a little bit better in some instances. You do have the option, however, to change the EQ, which can kind of fix that and add a little bit more bass to the earbuds themselves. But overall, the sound quality itself was really good. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while now, you'll kind of know that I mainly focus on punk music and heavy metal and things like that. I did also try them out with some more sort of R&B and pop music, and again, they did sound pretty good as well. Voices on podcasts sounded extremely good. And you'd also have the Bluetooth 5.2 chip built on board as well. So with regards to watching things like movies and TV shows or YouTube and things like that, again, there wasn't really a massive delay between what you were seeing on screen and what you were hearing in your ears. Overall, the sound quality is pretty good for what you're getting here. The overall package itself in regards to battery life, sound quality, and the unique look of the earbuds is actually a little bit of a refreshing change from some of the more standard, here's the earbud, here's the stem, and yes, the battery life's good, yes, you've got some options. So yeah, a little bit different, but I like the sound, I like the look of it, so overall a pretty good pair of wireless headphones. And that's going to do it, guys, for this video. A massive thank you to Padmate for sending these headphones out for the purpose of review. Like I mentioned, I've had them for around 2 weeks or so to give you guys my overall thoughts and opinions. Padmate haven't seen a copy of this video. They're seeing it exactly the same time you guys are, so it's all my own thoughts and opinions. Padmate, however, were also very generous to send over a 20% discount code. So if you head over to the website now, these are going to be available, linked in the description. And if you use the code NEWZ1, you can get yourself 20% off at checkout. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. And if you've got any other questions or comments, let me know in the comment section below or on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. For more content moving forward, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also turn on notifications so you're notified anytime I post a new video here on the channel. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.